Good morning, everyone. Today I'll be taking a lecture on diet and nutrition. Now we'll be learning about diet counseling. The contents include introduction, nutrition related pediatric problems, diet counseling, which includes objective, communication techniques, interviewing, teaching and learning, counseling and nutritional management, conclusion and references. The introduction, the science of food and its relationships to health. It is concerned primarily with the part played by nutrients in body growth, development, and maintenance. Total oral intake of a substance that provides nourishment and energy. A child's diet, defined as combination of foods consumed and the nutrients contained therein, has the profound ability to influence cognition, behavior, and emotional development, in addition to ultimate physical growth, emotional development, and food choices are ultimately influenced by the senses, emotions, and the environment. Between the ages of birth and 6 months, the food that is consumed is liquid and it is energy dense. It consists of human milk, infant formula, meal patterns are on demand, and it is supplemented by iron and vitamin D. Between 6 months to 1 year, it involves liquid and mashed foods. Again, energy dense. The pattern that is to be followed is 3 meals and 3 snacks, and try to introduce cups. Between 1 to 2 years and 2 to 5 years, you have liquid chopped vegetables and to avoid foods with choking hazards. Again, the same pattern that is 3 meals and 3 snacks has to be followed. And between 6 to 12 years, you have solid foods where the recommended dietary allowance should be followed. A food diet pyramid should be followed. 3 meals, 3 snacks, calcium and vitamin D supplements are to be given. Nutritional deals not only with food intake but also with the systemic and environmental factors influencing food choices and food utilization that contribute to the achievement of optimal health and performance, that is physical development and emotional development. The nutrition-related pediatric disorders are that it includes early childhood caries, protein energy malnutrition, obesity, fructose malabsorption, disordered eating, osteoporosis, and iron deficiency. Diet counseling deals with providing guidance in the art of food planning, food nutrition, and food service. Nutrition counseling involves giving advice and guidance on food consumption based on the person's reasons for food selection. The objectives of diet counseling is firstly caries prevention, diet assessment, diet related diseases including caries and obesity. Child's diet which needs to be screened and evaluated in regulated regular intervals. Undesirable dietary habits and food choices should be identified, appropriate recommendations provided, and or referrals made to limit disease risk. Patient selection diet counseling will not succeed with every dental patient. Patients and parents should have a high priority for preventive measures, a positive dental attitude towards dietary modification, and need for dietary improvement. In addition to a positive dental attitude, there must also be a demonstrable need for dietary improvement based on the patient's current food intake regimen. The Oral Health Diet Scorecard is a screening device to achieve this objective. It is a quick and easy scoring procedure which can disclose the possibility of a dietary problem arising in the near future that is likely to adversely affect the patient's oral health. Oral Health Diet Score is sum of merit points earned with adequate intake of foods from 4 food groups plus merit points for ingesting the types of foods that are especially recommended because they are the best sources of the 10 essential nutrients and for achieving and maintaining oral health. From this sum, demerit points are subtracted for frequent ingestion of foods that have an overt sweet taste. The sweetness being added from added refined sugars or concentrated natural sugars. The difference is the oral health diet score. A score of 60 to 100 is acceptable and nutritional counseling is not given. If the score is below 60, then nutritional counseling is both indicated and recommended in order to achieve the benefits of a comprehensive preventive dentistry service. Steps to calculate an oral health diet score. You have to list everything you eat and drink, including snacks and fluoridated water. Record the time when the meals or snacks were eaten, how much you ingested, how much food was prepared, and how many teaspoons of sugar was added. For each serving, place a check mark in the block. Add up the number of checks and multiply by 4. No more than 2 checks for milk or meat groups. No more than 4 checks for fruit, vegetable, or bread cereal groups. Maximum 8 and 16 points are to be given. Add up the points and the sum is your food group score. This is how it has to be calculated. How many foods contain 10 essential nutrients? Regardless of the number of foods checked in the column, only 7 points is given per nutrient. And you have to add up the circle numbers. The sum is your nutrient score. What types of sweet foods and how often? Classify each sweet into either the liquid soft category or the solid sticky category. For each time you have had one sweet or several sweets, place a check mark in the frequency column, but check the sweets only if they are eaten at least 20 minutes apart. Write the products in the point column and total them up. This is your sweet score. Fine. Now put it all together. What is your score? Add the food group score to the nutrient score. From this, subtract the sweet score. The difference is the oral health diet score. This is an example of how to calculate the oral health diet score. Therefore, this would be the oral health diet score of that patient. Now, the various communication techniques, basic tool in the practice of preventive dentistry is and involves communication. Keeping an eye contact with the patient is a persuasive, powerful device for motivating behavioral change. Communication can be both verbal and non-verbal. Interviewers' tone of voice, facial expression, and gestures convey empathy. The message should be adapted to the patient's level of understanding.